Hi, I'm Case Johnson. I teach advanced memoir for the Creative Nonfiction Foundation. And one of the things that I see with a lot of my students is that they can't finish their memoir. And a lot of times they just don't know what their memoir is. Now, I'm going to do a whole other video on structure, so please subscribe for when that comes out. But if you are looking at creating a memoir that is that basic narrative arc that starts with something that's put your life on a certain path, and you were able to resolve it, or you're in the middle of it, or whatever it might be, we have to recognize there's only certain things we can do within our memoir. So let's look at this video, and then we can talk about what goes wrong here and why we don't want to act like Chunk when we're writing our memoir.
We start with the pussy little fingers, then the plump little hand, then the fleshy arm. Now tell me where your other little friends are.
The fireplace.
Don't lie to me.
Honestly, we went over to Mikey's dad's place and we found a map that said that underneath this place there's buried treasure.
I don't think listen to any of the bullshit stories, huh?
Hey, kid, I want you to spill your guts. Tell us everything. Everything.
Everything. Okay, I'll talk. In 3rd grade, I cheated on my history exam. In 4th grade, I stole my Uncle Max's toupee and I glued it on my face when I played Moses in my Hebrew school play. In 5th grade, I knocked my sister Edie down the stairs and I blamed it on the summer camp for fat kids. And then once during lunch, I got nuts and I peeked out and they kicked me out. But the worst thing I ever done, I mixed up all this fake puke at home, and then I went to this movie theater, hid the puke in my jacket, climbed up to the balcony, and then I made a noise like this. And then I dumped it over the side on all the people in the audience, and then this was horrible. All the people started getting sick and throwing up all over each other. I never felt so bad in my entire life.
I'm beginning to like this kid, man.
Hit puree.
No! I'm too young! No!
So there's a reason why the mom says hit puree. I mean, these stories are fantastic, right? I mean, they're funny, they have seed, he's got dialogue in them, he's got description, they're fantastic, fabulous stories. The problem is she doesn't want to hear this. And as a reader, they don't need to hear all this stuff in your memoir unless it pertains to your larger narrative structure. So what we want to do within our memoir is make sure and pick the scenes, pick the things in our lives that contribute to that storyline. Sure, you might have a lot of great stories. We all do. You might have a lot of great stories. You might have things in your life that you believe that need to be included in your memoir, but all of them don't. I'm sorry to say that. They just don't. We need to pick things that contribute to that narrative line or inform that narrative line. Sure, those might be from when you were little, and then someone you're little, someone you're a teenager, someone in your 20s, and someone you're in your 40s. That's fine. You can use little summary chapters between each of those major scenes to say, well, not a lot happened during that time, or this was what happened very commonly during that time. But if you think about a 60 to 70,000 word document of memoir, you don't have a lot of space there. You really only have about 10 to 12 well-developed narrative scenes. Those narrative scenes, of course, have dialogue, description, just like Chunk. They have setting, they have characterization, they have plotting, they have all those things, and they have one thing that's very important, reflection from you as the writer, from then and from now. So if you think about it, you have 10 to 12 scenes to show your entire memoir, to tell your entire memoir. That's not a lot of space. So even though you have a lot of scenes in your life that are really cool, like what Chunk has here, they might not belong in your memoir. So you have to pick the ones that work. Pick the ones that are emblematic of your life, emblematic of your relationships, emblematic of your struggle, and say, these are the ones. These are the 10 to 12 scenes that I'm going to open up with reflection and dialogue and description, and they will stand up for all the other times those things happened in my life. This is how you finish your memoir. especially if you have that narrative line. Like I said, if you want to know more about structure, there's a lot more. I'm going to add some more videos about how to structure memoir, because there's a lot of different ways than doing that narrative line. But if you're trying to do that narrative line, pick 10 to 12 scenes, flesh them out, open them up, and they all have to pertain to what happens in the memoir. She wants to hit puree because though she enjoys it, though they enjoy the stories, they don't pertain to what she wants. And what does she want? She wants to know where the Goonies went. So in your memoir, start with where the Goonies went, and you won't get pureed. Thanks.